What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we had some pretty awesome news from Bungie in the form of their weekly update arriving a little bit late today on the 17th of March. So they start out by mentioning this week's reveal stream for Age of Triumph. The full recap for the live stream is available on Bungie's YouTube channel. You can also watch it on this YouTube channel. They say that the final stream to watch before the new age begins will be next week, and we'll be looking at armor and weapons, and we'll talk about how they'll look and how they'll work. So next week we'll get even more juicy information about what's coming in Age of Triumph, but for today we had some more information about the Crucible, some changes that are inbound to the playlists, as well as weapons, rewards and bounties which are going to be switched up in this update, which are pretty promising changes. So they talk about how the number of active Crucible playlists are being reduced to help draw Guardians into a more focused set of battlegrounds. Each week 5 core playlists will be offered in the center row and 1 rotating playlist in the top rotator will be available. Private matches will remain on the bottom row, and classic players who do not own Rise of Iron will find their offering each week in the top rotator, which can be featured zone control, combined arms, mayhem clash, rumble or doubles modes. Elimination will still be available each week and will continue to be replaced with Trials of Osiris. And we actually get a screenshot of what this will look like in the director here as well. And they go on to say the following week will feature Clash, Rift, Elimination, Trials, Skirmish and Rumble Supremacy. They say that this method of consolidation and rotation allows us to continue featuring all of our most popular core modes while also keeping the matchmaking pools as full as possible to facilitate matchmaking quality. So this is going to be a really good change. Hopefully those matchmaking times, connection quality, everything like that will improve, but it doesn't end there and there's some pretty exciting stuff here. So they say bounties are also in for some revisions. Lord Shaxx will continue to offer his weekly bounties and will now offer 1 for each of the 6v6 core modes offered each week. Daily Crucible bounties have been updated to be more inclusive of Guardians regardless of which mode they play or which subclass they favour, as well as if they have a fire team available. I always found those kind of annoying when I was playing solo, you know, be in a fire team and do this, that and the other. All of that is going to change. This is where things get really interesting though. The Crucible Quartermaster will offer 5 new bounties each week for different weapon archetypes, allowing you an opportunity to earn a variety of Crucible, Iron Banner and Trials of Osiris weapons from Year 2 and 3. So most excitingly, Iron Banner Year 2 weapons will be available in some form. It will be RNG, but nonetheless you complete these, you'll have a chance of picking up some pretty awesome weapons. The Year 2 Trials of Osiris weapons, which were in the gold tier bounties, are being moved to these particular bounties as well, but then they say yes, there is a hand cannon bounty that can reward you IS Luna, so you complete the particular bounty for that particular archetype and you have a chance of getting something in that archetype, which is really cool. It gets even better again though. These bounties have also been updated and all of them are now able to be completed daily while Trials of Osiris is active. So you can pick these things up every single day over the weekend and just churn them out. Keep giving yourselves opportunities for more loot, which is awesome. And for Trials of Osiris in particular, the silver and gold tier bounties will now feature gear and weapons from Year 3. So no more Year 2 drops inside of those particular bounties. If you're running and not going flawless, you're going to have more ways to pick up current gear from Trials, which is fantastic. They end by saying that the goals for these changes are to ensure our Crucible audience enjoys quality matchmaking while still maintaining a large variety of modes. We also want to provide many paths to rewards in the Crucible. So I am really excited about these changes, guys. Picking up those bounties, man, especially the Quartermaster bounties, that is going to be really cool and give us plenty of opportunities to pick up awesome rolls, to pick up gear which is currently not even available. So this is really exciting stuff. Up next, there's a bit of a frequently asked question section about Age of Triumph. So firstly, how will the weekly story playlist work? The answer is, each week a curated playlist of Destiny story missions will be available for players. These playlists do not feature matchmaking. Fireteam requirements are 1 to 3 players with a recommended character light of 380. One of the following playlists will be featured each week with various modifiers. We have Earth and Moon, and that contains missions from the release of Destiny, Mars and Venus. We have Dark Champions, which contains missions from Destiny, The Dark Below and House of Wolves. We have the Taken War, which contains Taken King missions, and finally the Iron Lords, which contains missions from Rise of Iron. You will get the following rewards from this playlist. So a Treasure of Ages once per week, rewarded upon the first completion. Legendary Marks 5 times per week, and that's 20 Legendary Marks per go. And then Materials 5 times per week. Players will be rewarded with various planetary materials, consumables or glimmer upon completion. completion. Next question, does completion of a weekly Nightfall strike grant the Radiant Light XP buff? And the answer is yes. With the Age of Triumph, players may earn the Radiant Light buff when completing the Nightfall strike per character. This grants increased reputation and experience gains through the following weekly reset. So your factions, Vanguard, Crucible reputation, you will get more of it as long as you do the weekly Nightfall first, which is great. And finally, how large of a download will the Age of Triumph be? And they say in the coming weeks we will announce maintenance and downtime for Destiny Update 2.6, along with dates and times console hard drive requirements will be updated. So this has turned out to be a pretty exciting weekly update, particularly learning some more about those Crucible changes. You know, they sound absolutely fantastic. More loot, more ways of, you know, going after specific things. You know, I want to get a roll on this hand cannon or pulse rifle. You can complete a bounty for that archetype, which gives you a better chance at getting that thing, which is a great move. You know, the playlist changes and the effect that that hopefully will have on matchmaking. You know, all of this stuff is absolutely awesome. And that pretty much brings us to the end of the video, guys. So let me know down below how hyped you are about these particular changes. If you have enjoyed the video, a like is always appreciated, and if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit subscribe to see a lot more Destiny content. For now though, you guys have an awesome day.